next meal.
All right, we're rolling. Just like old times.
For reals this time?
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've done an episode, and we're with a good friend that has been on the episode or on the show.
Well,
many
the last
times.
episode was on what's it called, right? On
I don't even remember the last time I was here.
Well,
Yeah.
Vice, welcome back.
Welcome to
back.
the pod.
Vice is here. Goodchill is here. Goodchill is our new intern for HMC, and he is from Japan.
/ my tutor, because I'm celebrating day 200 on Duolingo Japanese.
I'm celebrating day 2.
Day 2.
I just
Day
started.
two.
I just got back on it.
5 back on it. And what day on English are you on?
2 years.
Oh yeah, 2 years.
Wow.
Wait, so-
yeah, you could pretty
Damn.
good though.
So before you came to the U.S., you didn't know English at all?
I didn't know any.
Oh shit, your English is really good, man.
Thank
At
you very
all?
much.
No
Yeah.
English?
No English.
In school, you learn English.
But they don't teach any like speaking. Just teach grammar things, word. Yeah.
Nice.
Was English pretty hard language to learn
Yeah.
for you? It was, huh? So it's just like
Especially-
us
Yeah.
trying to learn Japanese. Like that shit is hard, bro.
And it's funny because I'm like day 200 today, right? So I'm playing Duolingo and I'm whipping through and I'm good. And then I sit with Goodchill. I'm like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You
Lewis, I don't even know how to
freeze.
say a sentence. I just know,
Yeah,
Nanji
yeah,
desu ka? That's-
Yeah.
What time is it? Nanji desu ka?
I think the goal for me for the to learn Japanese is, I know having a conversation is gonna be probably impossible, but I want to be able to know certain words when I'm there, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
how to like mizu. Like I just learned water. Like that's how
Sushi,
entry level I am.
well,
But like
yeah.
I would
Gohan.
ask them for water,
Yeah.
and like
first
now
thing
I
they
don't have to ask
yeah.
them for water.
First
Yeah.
thing they teach you on Duolingo is sushi to misu.
Sushi
Yeah.
to misu.
And green tea, ocha,
Kudasai.
ocha,
Kudasai.
green tea. Yeah, kudasai is please.
But I speaking on language, I've known you for a long time, but I always was like, you speak Spanish, but I never hear you speak Spanish.
So same thing. My first language was Spanish
Right.
growing up, and like throughout the years, I kind of I still know Spanish, but like if I speak Spanish in front of you guys, I'm fluent.
Right.
But if I am in a room full of like
Latino,
my dad
Latinos,
or
yeah.
family
Yeah.
member that are speaking Spanish, I freeze and I get kind of like insecure and not I lose all my confidence, and I can't, like how you said you know you're in day 200,
Right.
but like you don't know
You know,
with
you stumble.
you can't talk to Goodchill in Japanese yet. So for me, it's like when I'm in like with some family and they're going crazy, I'm like in my head I know I can communicate.
Yeah.
Like I know exactly what to say in my head, but getting it out sometimes is a like I think I just like I'm not confident and shit.
I think in many ways, I was always like, just talking about you, I was always like, damn, Dlux could do so much with his Spanish. Why isn't he on the mic like in Spanish and Spanish?
Yeah,
Spanish?
yeah.
But then I get it now. It's like, because even if I know a little like line in Japanese, like I freeze up and I'm like, oh, I don't want to sound dumb. And we're always like second guessing ourselves in many ways, even when we're DJing. I think a lot of us are like that imposter syndrome, like, oh, I don't know if I should play this song. I don't know if I should do this. I don't know if I should do that. And we're always in our head. But I always notice when anyone drinks a little, and you
you get
have
the
that
courage.
like courage, the liquid
Oh,
courage, like it's flowing out.
I think that's
right?
why we all start like using the mic, right? Like at the club, is because we're drinking, like we're drunk. And just
Yeah. And then you can
have
just
that
flow
liquid
and you're
courage.
comfortable and,
Yeah.
and you have that. But it's like, I also think like no one's judging you except yourself, right?
Yeah,
no
of
one's,
course.
It's always us judging ourselves. Like, oh, I'm going to sound dumb.
Yeah, it's like there's a DJ that we all know, and we won't have to say his name, but he is insecure about his English. And when he did, we did an interview with him, and he didn't want it out to be released. And I think it's because he doesn't like how he sounds in English.
Interesting.
You interviewed him, so you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, English is a hard language, man. It's
But
a
I'm
hard
like, yo, he
language.
sounds fine, but I think he doesn't like how it sounds. So
Yeah.
and he was self-conscious about it and didn't want the interview out.
Yeah, but there's also like
You know what I'm talking about or no?
Yeah. There was also an era, I think, that when DJs all started using the mic, when you heard someone with an accent, it was kind of dope. You're like, oh man,
That's
they got
what
an
I'm saying.
accent. Like
To
it's kind of cool. Like,
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, damn. Even if you pronounce words wrong and this and that, it's like it just gives it a little bit of flavor,
Yeah,
right?
nowadays
Yeah,
we're
when
at a
the
point
font
where like
comes
people
out.
speak normal English is not as cool as like British English. like
But
damn, they got their accent is cool.
And also-
Even though to them that's not an accent, obviously, but for us it's an accent,
Yeah.
and it just sounds way cooler.
Even MCs, DJs that get on the mic as we MC, like even people that they only speak English, you can't understand what they're saying. How many times have we been in a club where you're like, what the heck is this? What's this DJ saying? They're like, you're like, damn, and they only speak English,
Yeah.
and you can't even understand them.
Fashion,
No, fashion yells.
fashion.
You know what I love is David Guetta. He says one thing, or in the beginning, at the end. It's like, Las Vegas, I'm so happy to be here. I love you
Yeah.
guys. Let's party.
Yeah, now it's getting better. I think it's like,
And then
this
like
is
at
the
the end,
sexiest
it's like, I
party.
love you guys. Thank you for being here. But like,
Yeah.
that's all he says.
And then
such a vibe.
and then Alesso's like, Las Vegas, I am Alesso, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's his mic work.
It's yeah. The mic. I mean, the mic game is like almost necessary now,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Because
dude.
remember, house music never even touched the mic before.
Bro, I
back
got
in the
yelled
day.
at for. I got told to be on the mic at a house after hours. I was opening for Dead Mouse, and he was like 3 hours late or something. And
Oh, wow.
imagine the misery. Not 3 hours, but like let's call it easy 2 hours late.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God damn! And they're like losing mo. It's after hours, so it's got to be 5 a.m. at this point.
Yeah.
And the club's like, hey, can you like get on the mic, like let him know he's coming, hype him up. So I'm like, all right, and I got on the mic and it worked. Place goes crazy, but and then I got like yelled at by someone. They're like, this isn't a hip hop night, and I'm like, I'll never forgive this person for that. Because it was like kind of
that
rude,
is-
and then booted me off, and then put someone else on. I'm like, yo, like I'm just
Did I,
open format. Hey, guess what I do? I'm a server. I'm here
Yeah.
to be told what to do.
Yeah.
So I was, doing what the club told me to do, but I got yelled at.
I have mic advice. Did I ever tell you about that story? When I was like hammered with Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah, I think
Have
so.
I ever told you this story? This is like way back, and I was on this like European vacation, and somehow I ended up next to Ryan Seacrest.
On the plane?
We're on a yacht.
Oh, okay.
Okay, in Saint Tropez.
Okay,
This is a
okay,
true
okay.
story. Like
I remember this, but
I'm
go on.
hammered. Like I'm hammered at this point of the night. So like no fear, right? You just ask whatever you want to
Yeah.
ask, right? And I'm literally sitting next to Ryan Seacrest.
And you're on the yacht, so
I'm on
you're
a
not
yacht.
a random. He's
And
got to
I'm-
talk to you because you're good enough to be on this yacht anyway.
And I'm like, yeah, there's not many people on
Yeah.
it. You might have been intoxicated too. And I was like, hey, I have a question. Because he knew I was a DJ already. We had like talked a little bit here and there. I was like, can you just give me some advice on the mic? Like I get on the mic in nightclubs. I'm a DJ. I was never like, trained to be an MC. I never was a rapper or anything. Like what should I, give me like your advice. You talk to crowds, you're on the radio. And he looks at me, he's hammered. So he just looks at me and he's like, over pronunciate everything. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, how are you feeling today? Like, and he just started like doing it. And I was like, oh. And he's like, he goes, everyone in your club is partying. They're doing this. They're drunk. Like you're not the attention until you talk. They listen up. So you have to like speak clear enough for them to hear you.
like-
That's why if you listen to Ryan Seacrest, he always
Very,
he's
like,
always
proper.
over
Yeah.
pronunciating everything. So I always have used that.
Yeah,
in
you
clubs.
do that.
And
I
I'm
noticed
always
that.
very
Yeah, you are,
sharp
yeah.
on the way I say
It's like,
things.
Vegas, how the fuck
are you feeling today?
How
Like,
in the fuck are you doing today?
but it's true because everyone's like partying, right? So it's like it's a lot for them. They're in a
like, huh?
conversation. They're like,
Oh,
da, da, da.
shit.
So it's a lot for them to take in, like an MC talking on top
Yeah.
of that. And if you don't do it right, you're talking over words on a song and this and that. Like so, yeah, that was just like a little. But I always ran with that and used that for like
Damn.
to this day, to right now.
But you were saying that you told them I didn't go to school for this. I don't be on the mic, whatever. But you actually did do something to learn what you've told us a long time ago. You went to Improv
Yeah.
to learn kind of. It has nothing to do with mic skills, but it taught you that, right?
It was when I got on Power, and we were on Power as well, on Power 106 in LA. And when we would DJ, after we would do our set, like a 30-minute set or an hour set, whatever, they would call us into the on-air room, right?
Yeah, that was the old OG
So
way.
You run over there and you get into the room, and then they were like, I remember it was like my first few months on Power 106. They're like, Vice, it's Friday night, just did your mix, blah blah blah. Where are you gonna be? And I would like stutter. I'm gonna be at this this party tonight, and like, it's like gonna be in LA. And I was like, it was terrible. And I remember I listened back. And one of my friends,
was the host?
I think it was like the Crazy Kids back then.
Oh, back then.
Joey Boy, Johnny Five, and I remember they were like, "Damn, like you're not good on the mic." And even my friends off there, they were like, "Damn, you sound terrible on the mic."
Damn.
And luckily, one of my friends, shouts to Elaine, he's like, "We should take improv class," and I took an improv class only to get out of my like comfort zone and be able to just talk in front of people, because it's like, isn't that like one of the most common fears is public speaking, right? Yep. And as DJs, we're in front of everyone speaking with music, and then you have to grab the mic and you're like, so like that definitely taking improv. I ended up taking it for like 2 years.
Damn, that's dope.
Wow. And it helped me to this day. Like, how many times has the system cut off on you and you have everyone looking at you?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
it's always your fault.
It's always your fault. You're the worst.
Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah.
Like, you want to cut the music off as a DJ, right? Everyone thinks it's your fault. I still don't get that to this day. Yeah. It's like, why? Like, they look at you like, put it back on. I'm like, why would I turn the music off? I'm a DJ. Like, I want the music on, right? Yeah. But in moments like that, like I think one time I just started like clapping, make everyone start clapping. Hey, hey, hey! Like you're not nervous to do it. Or if the mic could still work in some ways, if your laptop shuts off, you can get on the mic and start like talking the whole time.
Do you think, like, I feel like there's like is the mic still as popular, or is it kind of going away for the younger guys? What I mean by that is, like, if you go see Chainsmokers, Diplo, even Marshmello, they're all on the mic.
Everyone's on the mic.
The whole set of Chainsmokers, one guy's on the mic the entire time. And then Diplo, like, not heavy mic, but he'll engage. And then Marshmello, same. He'll just engage. But then if you go see like the other guys, like Mal P, we just saw him this past weekend. Clooney, like Dom Dalla,
no mic,
zero. Like not even hello, not even goodbye. They just pull up, do their set, and then they just dip. And I feel like we've been seeing that more and more. Where like that's kind of like their new trend. Like, fuck this mic.
Yeah, I'm.
How do you feel about that?
That's a great question, because I actually that same. Like, should I play this song? Should I not play this song? Should I get on the mic? Should I not get on the mic?
That's what I'm saying, because I know we're so, and I call it brainwashed.
Yeah.
We're so brainwashed from Vegas nightlife.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is, like, I've done rooms where, like, no one's hands are up, no one's moving, no one's screaming, no one's singing along, but it's fine.
Right.
Everyone's having a blast. But in my head, I'm like, I'm tanking. I'm the worst DJ in the world. Fuck, I'm going to get booted. Because, like, I need to, like, it needs to be constant energy. Because we were brainwashed of, like, more energy, brother. More energy, brother.
Like, I think there's, like, two ways to look at it, right? It's like, if you're good on the mic, you're good on the mic. Like, use it to your advantage, right? Like, not everyone is good on the mic. We hear a lot of bad MCs in a club, like DJs that get on the mic, and you're like, they just shouldn't be on the mic. Like, just DJ. You're a better DJ, just DJ. But I think that if it's like one of your like talents to be able to like you're good on the mic, like Goodchill, you're probably insane on the mic. Like, teach me something. I should. I think it's just if you have that skill, use it, right? Like, I think because I'm just going to say, like, Mal P, I saw his set at EDC. He crushed it. Like, that was a great set. I actually was Shazamming stuff. I looked up his set after. I was like, he played a great set. And I thought it was perfect that he wasn't on the mic, right? He didn't. I probably would have taken away from how good his set was, because it was such a good set.
That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, I'm looking at these dudes do that, and I'm like, this shit looks cool as fuck.
Right.
Like, it just looks like they're just
having a blast and just rocking. Peace. But I think for the style that we play of, like, kind of like still an open format set.
Right. I think
like,
in open format rooms, yes. But if you were to do a house, like, let's say you were to do a house
I don't want to be
only.
on the mic.
You're not on the mic,
I
right?
don't
Okay,
wanna be on the mic.
That's
Like,
kind of the question.
If
'Cause
I was playing
You gotta fuck
like
up
to
the
my
vibes, for
soul
sure.
of what I want to play, and this is my lane, and I just want to play music and focus on that. Yeah, I don't want to use the mic. I want to just like, but I don't get those. I'm not in those rooms yet where I can just be like, this is my lane of music, and this is what I want to play.
Yeah.
Shut
I
up
would
and
love
shut
that
up and
freedom.
listen.
Yeah, I would love that freedom, man. 'cause
Shut
right
up
now
and
the-
listen. I think that's all what a lot of us want, right? I think that's like what most DJs, they want to go in there and play what they want to play, and I think
of course
at
that's
some
literally the freedom.
at some point, like Nicki Minaj Starships is like, you don't want to be playing that.
Yeah.
No, unless you do,
for
I don't
sure.
know.
But that's the thing is like, that's not everyone's goal, right? But if it is your goal, which it is mine and it is yours,
Yeah.
and I don't know, I think Goodchill likes to open format rooms. He's a hip hop DJ first, before even coming to the US, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Boom bap type stuff.
I would boom bap.
Oh,
DJ.
that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
the-
you hang out with us long enough, though.
Yeah.
So, if the goal is to, if you know, I think the biggest thing and the hardest thing is having the exact and clear vision of what you want and what that sounds like and what it looks like.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of our struggle right now is like, you know, I'm producing music again and we're doing like house fade stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But even that is like, man, what's the sound? Because house music is so big and so wide, but you got to really like pay attention to the rooms you want to be in. And then you focus on that sound and you stick to that. And there's a possibility. It's not easy to break in, but you have to know the sound you want.
Your
And
lane.
you have to really work hard and put records out in that sound. Because if not, we're just gonna starships
Get lost,
forever.
yeah.
I think especially right now, like, I don't know if, and this is a good conversation to have with you guys, like the shift that I feel is happening. Like there's very few clubs anymore.
Yeah.
Like clubs. Like
They're-
of course
I say it
Vegas
all the time.
Vegas we have clubs, you know,
No,
like,
we don't.
But like, well, they have ticketed shows.
They're
that
venues.
They're venues.
I say it all.
yeah.
I said Vegas. Those aren't clubs anymore. They're venues.
Yes,
And
they're
if you're
venues. And
selling
in,
tickets.
in LA, there's not really clubs anymore. Like there's not really like, we're just going to a club to go dance and listen to music. There's bars and
Smaller
there's
venues are actually
smaller
crushing, yeah.
venues, but there's not. If it's a nightclub, it's a venue. It's not a nightclub
it's
anymore.
like
It's
Exchange,
it's
Academy.
a
Those are
ticketed-
venues.
Yes, a
Avalon.
ticketed venue that you're going to see someone. So in the lane of being an open format DJ, it's getting pushed smaller and smaller and smaller to where you can actually play. Because if you're open format, now you're not playing venues because those are ticketed venues. Now you're playing bars, lounges, and
think-
smaller rooms. So
do you
it's
think-
a shift.
Yeah, it's a shift. But also, like, do you think they went so hard on that the clubs were like, now it's too hard for them to reel it back? Like, for example, it was all about ticket sale. And if they want to have a normal night, throw in an open format guy, it's dead. And then they're like, fuck. And
they're
then
just- they're
now
just
they
training the
have the
people, yeah.
pressure to like, oh, it has to be someone that sells tickets or nothing. Like,
Yeah.
And now even those guys, like, they're hard to come by. They're all playing somewhere. They're traveling. You're not going to find someone like that at every single venue. Like, say, even Orange County has a venue
Yeah.
that sells tickets. San Diego, right? And like, how often can you get those big ticket sellers?
You
And if
had this conversation though, right? On the Earbuds pod, like about hard tickets and soft tickets.
Yeah.
Is like, because we're soft ticket sales,
Yeah.
right? Like we don't sell crazy hard tickets.
I'm a no ticket seller.
Yeah,
I'm talking about soft.
Well, that's the last podcast we had with Cheyenne.
I can't even
yeah.
get four
Yeah.
people on my guest list, bro.
Yeah, but it's because I mean we know how to keep a room.
Yeah.
we know how to keep people
Right.
spending.
We know how to make a room
Pop.
have
Yeah,
a great
yeah.
time.
I'll say this, okay?
That's what we do.
I won't even name the venue, but I recently played a room that was a hard ticket room, right?
Yeah.
And I was brought in, and it wasn't sold out. The dance floor was decent.
Yeah.
The tables behind me were 4 tables that I sold, right? Like that were like around me.
Yeah.
And the dance floor was decent, but like the outskirts of the rest of the club was not. I'm gonna be honest, right?
Yeah.
It was but I was like, all right, this is kind of a built-in crowd that probably came here because they're used to seeing shows that are hard ticketed. And the way we all DJ, we know how to make a party, create a party, get the energy going. And I know like some of them probably don't even know who I am, right? Halfway through the night, there was dance circles. They were picking people up and like carrying them and stuff. And they were all interacting with each other. And it went from the beginning of my set, everyone facing me, to them churning and actually partying with each other.
And that's when the mic's important.
And that's when the mic was important.
Because that's what the mic work
And
did.
someone actually said something to me like, I haven't seen people party together in this place.
Yeah, because they're just still trained to just
They're
look
trained.
at the stage.
A lot of people are trained now. Like a lot of younger kids are trained to go to a show. I paid. I'm going to stand here and I'm going to watch the DJ dance, not dance.
Bro.
Yeah.
How about this?
That tweet's so good. You guys saw that one, right? Like we DJ to dance and them to watch us instead of us watching them dance.
Yeah. And then I just recently did a club with an artist. And it was an artist that was going to perform. So I played all hip hop that night. It was just straight hip hop night.
And they're all waiting.
I'm talking for 3 hours standing there.
Oh yeah.
Just stare. Like I was trying hard to get them to sing along. They would sing here and there, have a good time here and there. But for the most part, I was looking at some people that would not move, bro.
Yeah. Right up front. It's the people right up front.
And I was like,
Just like
bro,
super fans.
3 hours in. And like, you know how we said, like, when the music goes out, it's like, oh, of course it's our fault.
Yeah.
That we wanted the music to go out, right?
Yeah.
That's congrats, guys. So I'm like playing, and then there's a group of girls were like putting the artist's name on their phone. And I'm like, yeah, because he's waiting for me to tell him, okay? He's waiting for me to tell him when he can perform.
To let him out.
So yeah, let me just make you guys wait more. Like, it's my fault. Like, I'm like, and they're like, we want, and the artist. And I'm like, yo, like, I want him to go on too.
Yeah.
It's wild.
As a DJ, why do we like, I know, yeah, listen, at the end of the day, it's work, right? We still get a gig. We're still playing and doing that. But it's like, we put ourselves in these situations where we know already, like, people aren't going to dance. That doesn't even, by the way, when I say people don't dance, that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Where do you go to clubs where people dance?
Yeah,
downtown,
People
dive
don't
bars,
dance anymore.
yeah.
We're not DJs to make people dance.
Yeah.
And it's unless you play I don't know, like you play a lot of just like random cities sometimes,
Yeah.
right?
And they party.
Do those cities like actually party and dance, or does dancing don't exist? We just stand there.
They dance. Yeah. I just
Smaller
did
markets, you think? And is it only the bigger
very
markets?
college towns. They dance. They sing. They just fucking rage.
Yeah.
And like I think there's just kids, man. They don't know anything about festivals yet or clubs. They're starting to go to festivals and shit,
Right.
but like this is what
So
they know.
college towns,
Yeah,
maybe
college
more, like-
towns, like smaller towns. But yeah, I was in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Damn,
Like, a lot of the homies play there. Zach plays there and all that. But like, and they know all the throwbacks. They want all the throwbacks.
That is an interesting point too. Like I actually just played Nashville for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
I've never been to Nashville.
Amazing.
I went once for the first time.
I've never been there, and it's a bar town.
And you think they just want to hear country, but no, like they like everything.
They actually told me. I was like, I don't really know country. I don't know. Actually, I don't know country.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't. And I was like, and they're like, no, we don't want you to play country. Just play a party set.
Yeah, if they
I was
wanted
like, oh.
country, there's 300 bars
There's
a block
300
away.
bars up and down.
You go down Broadway and you get any country bar you want.
But yeah, you're right. When you go to some of these, it's still a big market. But when you go to some of these, like it was a rooftop bar. It wasn't a club.
Was it Barstool?
Nightclub. No, I played at Ava.
Okay.
And it was fun. It was outdoor. Everyone just had a good time.
Yeah.
And you know what else I noticed too in like markets like that? If there's more venues or bars around the area, the crowd just keeps circulating. People are coming in, going.
Bar
People are coming in,
hopping,
going,
like,
and bar because they're moving in and out. Because it's not a ticketed. It wasn't like a ticketed venues like that. So those nights are actually fun because you see people just having a good time. They're not there. And I think it's like a kind of a spot we're in as DJs right now, where it's like in certain rooms we play, everyone's just standing there like you're the show.
Yeah.
Like dance for us and we'll and go back and forth and do that.
Yeah.
And you're trying to rock it to keep them engaged and happy and make them party, because we've been DJing long enough that we try to create a party and make everyone have fun. But it's like it doesn't work that way every time now.
No, it doesn't work every time. And also, like, I always wonder, how much pressure these guys have. Like, say someone that has one record that's starting to bubble, like in the house world, right? And like gets booked and like has a slow night, slow ticket sales. Like, do they care? Like, are they like, fuck? Like,
Yeah, for sure.
Do they care more than we care? Because like for us, it's like, I already knew it was gonna be slow. I don't care. I'm just here to play the room.
Get everybody.
No, but what I mean by that is like they know.
But we're confident.
They know
that,
they didn't hire us for ticket sales.
Pack this room, we'll churn it out.
Yeah.
Like we'll do it because that's what a majority of all the open format DJs like. We all know how to play a very good party, like, and keep everybody engaged and keep everybody going. But also, at this point of DJing, like I've been DJing 30 years now.
Yeah.
Like at this point of DJing, where it's at, I would say it's like, if you're gonna be an open format DJ and play open format, there's a ceiling to it now. There's a ceiling. Like
100%.
I'm grandfathered in. I literally say that. I'm grandfathered in
Yeah, I've
ways.
said that to
Like
people.
Yeah.
we're all grandfathered in. We're early days of Vegas. Like we got grandfathered in. But we can keep the party. We can make everybody have a good time. We can get them spending. But now, if you're just getting into the game as an open format DJ, there's a ceiling. Like there is. Like I can't go. Like there's only so far I can go until you have a record or a song that's gonna, or a celebrity status, right? Like if you have a crazy amount of TikTok followers, maybe not even that doesn't make it.
No.
Not even that. It's really a song that can take you around the world and back.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
that's where you'll break through. And truthfully, it's not a hip hop song. You'd have to have a dance song.
Yeah.
Because a hip hop song is not going to take you around the world and back. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I mean,
If you put out Bobby Shmurda record and that was Eric Dlux featuring Bobby Shmurda, like would that song have taken you around the world and back?
no chance.
I'm just saying,
the only
like-
way the only like actual guys that are like in hip hop that are DJs that are like popping, at least in my opinion, and I'm talking like getting big money, is like Mustard,
Yeah.
and there's no
Metro.
surprise why.
Yeah.
Metro,
Yeah.
and then Chase B.
Yeah.
Those are the three, and then
And I think they definitely play like other countries and all that. And then you look at a house DJ and they're playing every country.
yeah,
Like when you look at some of these rosters of like a Kind Music or something like that, and you're like, I don't even know what country that is.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that. Like, how do you get?
Yeah.
Where is that? Like,
Yeah.
you have to look up on the map. Like, so like, yeah. And I'm not saying that's the goal for everybody, but I think like you know what you want, right?
Yeah,
know your
yeah.
lane, know your path, know what's gonna keep you fulfilled. Because we have friends that I don't want to do that. I just want to play bars. I want to play local spots, and I'm completely happy with
Yeah,
that.
that's fine.
And I'm good. And we have friends that play weddings. I have friends that make great money DJing weddings.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And actually, I talked to them and they're like, and the sets are fun now.
Mm-hmm.
Wedding sets are kind of like popping.
Oh yeah, because it's big on TikTok and people want that
Yeah.
same energy. Like, oh, do the crazy mashups.
I saw a
Blah,
wedding and they
blah.
were playing Skrillex Cinema and it was like going
Yeah.
off. And
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, that's a wedding?
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
fire. Like, so it's like, I'm not even mad at that. Kind of
Yeah.
feel like I might have a better time at a wedding set now.
seriously.
Which are still, to me, the training ground to become a great DJ.
A wedding? Oh, for sure.
100%.
Because you got a room full of like different generations.
Oh, yeah.
You got to keep grandpa happy. Got to keep the grandchildren and the great grandchildren happy.
100%. That's have you DJed a wedding, Goodchill?
Only 1-2 time, yeah.
In Japan, weddings
in
are not
here.
popular, big party, dancing DJ.
It's more
No.
like traditional.
No,
Yeah.
traditional, right?
Yeah.
How about you DJ wedding here?
Yeah, twice.
Nice.
Were you nervous?
Yeah, of course. I didn't know it, like a celebration songs, so that's why I was so nervous.
Just don't play sexual healing. 'Cause I did that.
You did?
Okay, I got other questions for all you guys. Like, are you conscious of certain songs to play now? Like, I was wondering this the other day. I was playing Luffy last night,
Okay.
and I was like,
with Diddy?
yeah, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh damn,
Do
do we not play this anymore? Like,
I think-
Kanye was canceled for a while. Like, do you
Yeah.
guys keep in mind cancel culture on music and DJ sets?
Let me take it a step further. My club intro was Diddy introducing me.
Have you used that again?
Hell no. I haven't used it, but
Like
again,
this
I
is
haven't
stuff
used
that I think this
intro,
is stuff that DJs think about.
but
when
I
they
haven't used that intro even before.
Yeah. Okay.
But yes, I think it depends what type of cancellation it is. Like if it's a Kanye rant, depending on how crazy it is, we'll still play some Kanye. Like I'm good at separating the artist with the maniac. But
then
like,
Kanye's okay again.
But then there's certain things like but that's a fine line. Like like for example, someone that got canceled that I don't think ever survived from it was like R. Kelly because of what he did to young females, right? And that's kind of like zero tolerance situation. And then what they're saying about Diddy has younger females and
there's
males
evidence.
involved.
There's a video now. There's a video that's out.
There's a video of him beating Cassie.
But I'm saying, do people care in nightclubs? Does it? It's such an interesting spot as a DJ because I actually, to tell you the truth, after I played it that time, because I was like, oh yeah, there's a vocal in here. Like I didn't even kind of
comes
think
in
about
like
it
towards the end of the song,
and then I was like, oh yeah. And then I have a different version that's like a
Yeah,
harder
that doesn't
techno
have-
version, and there's no Diddy in it. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll probably just play this right now because I'm still, in a sense, almost respectful of like, oh, there's, it's a touchy situation.
For the most part, I kind of won't do it, especially if it's fresh like that. It depends. Like, yeah.
Have you played an R. Kelly record?
No. That's my
I
point.
heard-
Comment?
No.
5 looked away.
I was at a venue. I don't even want to say. I was out of town, and there was like beginning of the night, and the DJ played the R. Kelly and Puffy record.
Damn.
Fiesta? Oh wait, what's the one? That's
No,
Jay-Z.
it's the one that sampled. I got 5 on it. I forget the name of it.
Oh,
Damn,
Satisfy
I didn't even
You?
have that in
That's a good
Serato.
record. But like I said,
that's a double whammy right there, dog. But I was like, oh shit,
That's
they're
an
wildin'.
interesting choice.
Did you play Drake right now? Did you stop playing Drake?
No,
Did you
we still play
Ken?
Drake, but just
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like it depends, and I'm good at separating the artist from the person for the most part. But the R. Kelly one was tough, but I still like his music.
Yeah, I actually just I'm not on Goodchill level yet, but I got a 2 million view reel. I got on my Instagram, and it was 50 Cent. It's because it's 50 Cent in the video, and we're at 11, and I'm looking at him, and I nodded, and he nodded like play the track, and I dropped it, and that video like went viral. But the reason I'm talking about this is because before that, what's not seen is how in my head I am, because 50's there for like 30 minutes. I'm like, what am I playing? And what might I play that might piss him off?
Right. That's another conversation.
That's another thing when rappers come in or any
I
type
wasn't
of,
able to play a lot of shit this past weekend.
Yeah. But
Holy moly.
For me, I'm like, I know, he's very vocal about so many different rappers, right?
Ja
He
Rule
put
for
the Jay-Z picture up. He put this up, that up. And I literally, before that gig, I went, and I'm saying this because I do this stuff till to this day. I went online and I was like trying to watch old interviews of like when he talks about other rappers he likes.
Yeah.
And I saw this thing where he's like, oh, I like Roddy Ricch. And I didn't know that until an hour before the gig. So I dropped like a handful of Roddy Ricch records in there. And then I was like, oh, that works. And I'm like, and then Dr. Dre, he can't be mad at like Dr. Dre records and Tupac. So I like playing some of those and doing that. But I actually did my research. And then one of the resident DJs there, Zeus, shouts to Zeus. I was like turning him on, like, what do you think about this one? Will this one be okay? Is there any beef with this rapper? I'm
That's
like,
a challenge.
because I don't follow rap like that. So I don't know like if he posted someone clowning a rapper and I'm like, oh,
I
now
think
I'm playing
50,
the song.
I don't know for sure, but I think 50 is just like a big troll and like doesn't really care. Like it's not that serious. Maybe years ago in the Ja Rule thing is a different situation. But like I think now if you were to play something, he talks shit about someone, like he's also like very business minded and older. I don't think he would care.
I heard I got a smirk though from one of my friends that was in the crowd. I was playing and then he finished his set and he stayed. And then that's now your goal as a DJ is like, how long can you keep them there? Right. Because they're like, the club wants 50 there hanging out. Yeah. So I'm rocking. And it's like, I kept them there for like 30 minutes and then he bounced because they did the show and all that stuff. I think something like that, but he moved. But during the set, my friend's like, oh yeah, he kind of gave like a weird look. I was like, for what? I played Kia, My Neck, My Back. But maybe he just didn't like that song. I don't know. but we're also at 11. So
Yeah, that's an appropriate song for a strip club.
Hell
but
yeah.
there's all these moments, and I like talking about these because it's like we all go through this as DJs.
Oh my
like it's not
goodness.
just you. It's like all of us thinking
All
all
the
these
time.
things, or like, oh, now what about this? Oh, I'm uncomfortable with this. Like, damn, where do we go with it like this? Like,
Yeah.
I'm always in my head as a DJ.
So what type of DJ do you want to be, Goodchill?
DJ 5.
You don't want to be DJ 5, dog.
It's
Hey, I think I asked him, like, who's your favorite DJ or what DJ do you aspire to be like? He said, DJ 5. I said, oh, you got to change those goals, bro.
For
You got to change those. You got to level up, bro.
Be John Summit, dog.
I'm thinking he's going to say John Summit or something.
I think as DJs now, it's. God, let me ask you guys the pie chart on DJing. Like, how much now is actually like skills? How much now is your social media content? How much now is like your music? Let's talk open format. Let's not even say the
Okay.
house rule, because this is like an open format conversation.
Right.
Like, what is the pie chart now? Because
Fuck, it's hard, man.
I would say the biggest.
what's the biggest? Yeah, let's say
I'ma
what
tell you
takes
what
the
the
biggest
bi-
piece of the chunk.
I'm gonna tell you what the biggest piece of the chunk is.
I know what you're going to say.
How affordable are you?
It's
What's your rate?
What's your
affordability.
rate?
That's literally it. And I'm speaking like from experience of what I've witnessed. Like that's what I'm seeing happen. Like, hey, like the clubs went so big on ticket sales. When it's not a ticket sale night, let's get someone that's gonna hold the room down just enough. Play, it's affordable. And
is
I'm
this
not saying
just-
this as a diss. Like I'm not
Yeah.
saying affordable meaning like you're cheap or whatever. Like what I'm saying is like you're in the budget of just a off night, and
Right.
and that's us too in many cases. Like when they throw us in, it's because they don't want to spend money on an artist or
on a major ticketed
Right.
night. But is that? I mean, you're talking ticketed venues. What about like the average local spots? You know what I mean? Like the people who have residencies now, and because I don't exactly know that world. You guys have so many DJs in Headliner Music Club. Like the guys that play the local spot. Like, are they keeping their residency at that bar lounge because their price? Are they keeping it because they're pumping out content and the venue likes that this DJ is doing that? Are they keeping it because of their skills?
I think
Like,
it's
a little bit of
I think it's
everything.
a pretty good balance. I think content is important. I think all these guys putting their tour flyers together and like and their recap
Shows.
videos
Yeah.
and like they're gonna hold down a room. They're not too expensive.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yeah.
that matters. Like it's gonna keep you busy.
Yeah.
All that together is gonna keep you busy enough to like you'll make a great living.
Yeah.
Might be fucking burnt out.
2024 is like the year of like the local DJs. Like they're thriving right now.
yeah.
Like they're crushing it. Like,
I think also like, let's talk social media, because I think a big chunk of it now is looking at someone's Instagram and that's your business card. I keep saying that.
That's
That's your
website.
business card now. There is no business card like they're like, even if someone comes up to you probably at a gig and they're like, "Oh, you're a great DJ. What's your Instagram?" They're not going to say, "Do you have a business card?"
No,
if they are, they're
it's
like
your business
over
card
40 years
and
old.
your website. That's
Yeah.
literally your website.
Yeah, it is your like that's your website.
That's your website.
Social media. So like even in that, like there's a lot of DJs I'll see that are like super dope, and then I'm like, but their social media doesn't match,
Lacks,
and then they're
yeah.
not getting the gigs they should be getting because of that missing piece of the pie, right? Because they're like, damn, they're so good, they're so dope at this, and then there's some that are cracking on social media, but they don't get any gigs.
Right.
Like they have crazy amounts of TikTok followers, but they don't get any gigs.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like I think the pie is kind of skewed right now in so many ways that you have to like kind of do a little bit of everything.
And it's
You have
also
to do
it's also relationships. It's also how likable you are.
Mhm.
Because someone that has a lot of followers on the TikTok and you still don't get gigs, like I don't have a person in mind, but maybe they're just not likable.
Mm-hmm.
And or maybe they did something wrong to someone. Like all those things are part of the pie.
Yeah. I think that also like, and figuring out, I mean, this goes even saying all this stuff, I'm telling myself this, figuring out how you set yourself apart from everyone is so difficult now because everyone's a DJ. We've always been saying
Everyone's
that,
a DJ,
and now
and
more than ever.
Everyone's
Yeah.
watching each other's videos and whatever, and just like kind of following each other, right? Almost doing the same shit. So,
Yeah. I how many times have you heard stories where like someone's getting a gig and they're like, they don't even DJ really. They're like, oh yeah, they're playing this thing, and they're like, they're trying to learn how to DJ because they're playing a gig. Like I heard about that at a very well-known festival recently, and that person didn't even DJ. Like they
way.
just started trying to learn, and I was like, how did that person? My friend of mine was telling me this story, and they're like, how did they get on the lineup then? They're like, oh, they knew the booker. Well, then why'd they get on the lineup? They're like, oh, I just threw him on. Her
Wow.
on.
because they were
Him
to
on.
practice.
Something on. But I'm just saying, it's like relationships. It was
Yeah.
like straight up because of relationships.
Yeah, relationships are
like,
big.
oh wow, you had that relationship, it got you on the ticket.
Yeah.
But if you don't have the skills to back it up, like it's not going to take you anywhere. But
I think when you put out music, and like the bigger the music gets, to me, this is just me, the way I think. I think social media is less important. Doesn't matter.
the bigger the music gets,
The
yes.
bigger the music is, the bigger the artist is. That's when social media doesn't matter.
Yeah.
to a point, because I feel like music comes and goes so fast. What is there, like 150,000 songs uploaded a day on Spotify or something crazy like that? Like music comes so fast that
Ayo.
if you're not that, yeah, boss. If you like, if you don't keep up the machine of social media with your music, it's like
Yeah.
it's hard to get one. What are the bangers?
Like I
What is
said,
it? What's the
it's
song
hard
that's
to get to
surviving?
that level.
Yes.
But when you are at that level, like I'll give you in the hip hop world, an example is a great example. Is like someone like The Weeknd, someone like Kendrick, zero post. They don't post for shit. They don't need to.
They don't need
Yeah.
to.
They're stars because of music, right?
Yeah.
They have enough. But I think there's even people in the house world, I can't think of names, but like that are popping and aren't even present on social, and it doesn't harm them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like it's hard to get to that point, but it's possible.
What are other ways, and this is good like forum to kind of figure this out. What are other ways to get exposure right now as a DJ? TikTok, Instagram.
TikTok doing like
Does
wacky
Twitch still
mashups,
streaming on Twitch?
Yeah.
You guys get
Yeah.
on every so often
we
here
still-
and there.
well,
It's
once
still
a week,
fun.
yeah.
So
You ever YouTube mixes now?
YouTube
mixes.
just anything. Yeah.
So like saying all these things, right? Like YouTube mixes, stream. Like, do you have to do everything? Do you have to be on TikTok, Instagram?
I don't-
Do you have to be like? Do you think like you have to kind of be hitting everything to kind of blow up now? Or
that's
do you
too
have
much
to-
pressure. I think it's you each pick one or two.
But I
and you
think
kind of
Goodchill does a lot of social media. He does a lot of videos, and
Do you do TikTok and Instagram?
Yeah, I'm doing Instagram and TikTok.
But
Different
it's-
content?
Yeah, but no, same content.
Same and sometimes different. Because TikTok is for Japanese people,
Yeah.
but Instagram is for American people.
Oh, TikTok is bigger in Japan than Instagram.
TikTok is bigger all over. Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually didn't know that.
wow.
That's good to know.
It just
Damn.
it's
Arigatou
hard
gozaimasu.
to get.
I'm
yeah.
trying to get
Arigatou
popping in
gozaimasu.
Japan. I need a arigato gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's a good.
Sumimasen.
Okay, so this is a good point too. It's like I technically focus on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like that's
Right.
my thing.
Same. Yeah.
Do you think if you focused on same thing, Instagram? Do you even have
And
TikTok?
I'm not even no.
Okay, do
and
you
I'm
have
not even
TikTok?
good at.
I have TikTok.
Instagram.
I mean, we have our TikTok for Fade, and then I have my own, but I barely post.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you? Okay, this is a perfect question. Do you feel that if you went ham on TikTok for like the next 6 months, would it increase your gigs?
Zero chance.
No, because
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's
Even you said no.
No.
Good show was like no.
Because TikTok is not for like American people, I mean.
and not even that. It's like the demographic for TikTok is like whatever 9 to like 15, 16, right? Like they're not gonna go buy a ticket to go see you.
Right.
And I think they're just like kind of temporary moments.
Yeah.
Come, like for me, it's kind of like scroll, watch. Oh, fucking Hawk Tua, and like
Yeah.
people doing edit, and like, all right, cool.
And that'll be gone next week.
yeah.
300
By the
million
time this comes
views,
out, people
but
are like,
like,
"Oh, I remember that."
That's it.
But
Like now, in 2 weeks, it's gone.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Yeah, if the DJ or a producer who capitalizes on that is smart, they can just keep going, and that'll just be
like
like
Wookiee. Perfect example, I think.
Yeah,
Wookiee crushes it. Like, well, first of all, he's an amazing producer,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He's been putting out a
Yeah,
lot of
been
music
putting out
and
records,
like
yeah.
for the longest time, and then jumps on it and he pumps out content, and now the machine is going,
Yeah.
right?
But
And
see,
he gets-
that's a good example too, because I know Wookiee from his music. I don't even follow him on it. Never seen his
his
Instagram
socials
in
are
my
good.
life.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
funny.
saying. I think you told me like about his social, and I was like, you're like, he's really good. And I was like, really? Never made my radar
the music caught you.
from before when
Yeah.
he was making big room stuff.
Yeah.
I was always
Oh,
like
yeah,
that
yeah.
because his shit had
Uh-huh.
a crazy energy. Remember that? It was like Show Tech, Wookiee. They always had that
Yeah, 4B,
similar.
Yeah.
everybody in that lane. Yeah.
So music got him on my radar
Right.
along. So that's my point. Like social media, as important as it is, it's not everything.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think you can pinpoint it to be like,
Oh,
just do this
yeah.
and it'll work.
But once your music blows up, you can basically post whatever. Like now you can just post lifestyle shit like Summit, right? Like he's not like going on social media like to do like content. He's just posting shit like, oh shit, I'm getting fucked up, like
Yeah.
on vacation, like, you know.
Would you say, as a like advice to a starting DJ in their first, let's say you're in the first 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just like, I just want to DJ, would you be like, stop and also learn production?
1000%.
Yes.
Yeah, same way. Like if young Vice, like if someone told me that from the very beginning, like just focus on production, go DJ and do that because it helps your craft, but focus on production as well. Yeah, it's a game changer. Like everyone should have that skill behind
Yeah.
in their back pocket to be able to like at least get around and produce a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And put out some music, because one song changes your life.
Be like
Yeah.
Goodchill. He's in production school.
Yeah. Yeah.
But because that's the only thing that's gonna make you an artist. Like, other than that, you're just playing other people's
Yeah.
music.
Or and
You're a cover band,
and
as
like
Scratchy would say.
Yeah.
it's true. It's such a good analogy. It's
what was
like
the analogy?
You're a cover band. People are there to listen to you.
Is there a shirt that says that? I'm the cover band DJ?
Yeah, there's been like a couple of TikToks that like girls will talk about that.
It's pretty good.
funny.
Yeah, I think I mean it's just such a weird, not a weird. It's just such a shift in our lane of DJing in the last 2 years. What has happened? Because after the pandemic, it felt like grand opening.
Yeah.
It was,
Nightclubs-
though. It was. Yeah.
It was grand opening energy. Like
And the
Vegas
clubs
felt
were-
like, oh my god, this is
and
wild.
and the clubs went back to all the originals that were like pre-pandemic,
Party.
right?
Yeah.
So it was like all of us were just like you said, like a whole
Grand
new
opening?
energy. Felt fresh and new and crazy again, and then like shit just switched.
Yeah, it switched. But I also think like it's not us complaining about it. It's us adapting with it,
Yeah.
right? Because it's like to keep up with this, that's part of it. You'll never be whoever we think is like, oh, they're crushing it. They're going through the same shit.
Yeah.
They're going through the same talks of like, what do I got to do next? How do I do this? Like, no one's just sitting back and relaxing and in cruise control. Like, I don't think so. You're always trying to figure out what's next, and that'll always be like that. It'll always be like that. I think.
I feel like the bigger you get, the harder
harder
it
it
gets.
is.
Because imagine like,
Hey, yo.
hello, hey yo,
Holy shit.
holy.
Rewind.
Okay.
So the bigger you get,
Challenging,
the
the
harder
more
it gets,
challenging.
the more challenging.
The bigger,
challenging.
the bigger you get as an artist, the more
challenging.
challenging it becomes, because now you're chasing the next hit.
Yeah.
The next hit has to be bigger than the last, and then also like maybe the content has to be better. Now you have a full team, and like
Yeah.
now you're managing people and like to create content for you, and they don't really align with your vision. Like that's got to be a whole another situation.
I mean, at the end, not the end of it, but just throughout the process of it is enjoying the process of
Yeah.
it and being like, dude, we're all trying to figure this out. We're not like changing the world here. You
Bro,
know what I
that's
mean?
why
We're not
I'm-
like, We're not changing the world. We're just.
I am what we call self-aware. I know ain't nobody checking for me, dog. and that to me is my motivation.
Yeah.
I love that. I don't care. I'm not like, I don't think I'm some fucking big DJ. I'm not.
Yeah.
But that I use that to my advantage to like keep going. That's why you won't see me playing Call of Duty for 17 hours like a lot of other DJs I know.
Yeah.
I went back to school. I'm back to school now learning sound design and like mix and master because I had a hard time making sounds that I could hear in my head. Can't find the right presets. I'm like, all right, let's learn sound design and my shit sounds like shit.
That's part of it, right? Like just enjoying and figuring out what's next. Like, all right, I want to do this. I want to do that. Like I've been working on a whole new like alias project that got me back in the studio working with other producers, and like it's completely out of the lane of everything I play. I can't even test the records in the venues I'm playing, but I'm enjoying doing this because it's like a creative outlet. Like it's like whatever that creative outlet is. Just
I thought we were going to reveal the project, but because last time I was like, yo, come on the pod, and you're like, wait till this new project. I'm like, all right.
I actually like that I'm not promoting this project and just working on it and putting music out and letting it grow.
It is out there though, right?
And letting it grow organically. I have music out there, like it's under an alias and just letting it.
What kind of mask is it?
I found it.
No mask.
What's the mask look like?
No pictures are out or anything, but the music's on Spotify and iTunes and YouTube and everything. But like, I like that it's just happening organically. And if it gets like one of them has like 2,000 plays, the other one has like 5,000. Like, but I like that it's like, it's just happening organically. And it's like, whatever's supposed to come from that is supposed to come. Like I'm not forcing it.
Right.
That's what it feels good. I think that's even like with anything, like while you're doing this, like you got into like tattooing for a while. You got into like everything.
I'm the worst. Like, no, I swear to God,
but
it's
creative.
Worst.
But it's creative. It's enjoying it.
I know, but I just wish I see it as a problem because like I just wish I can just like I had a really long debate with like my girl about this. Like she was kind of like frustrated in the way I move, and I was kind of like frustrated. I'm like frustrated myself, but I was just like, at least I'm trying. Anything I want to do, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
If something sticks, it sticks. Like you said, tattooing. The problem with me is like I go all in.
But is it a problem?
Yeah.
Why?
Because now I'm stuck with like $5,000 worth of tattoo equipment.
You could always sell it.
But what I mean, I get too committed and then I tattoo all my legs and it's just like, all right, I'm over it.
Yeah, but the end of the day is like in that moment, you're enjoying it.
Oh, so fun.
Like it's so fun. So it's like
I actually like my leg tattoos too.
It's not I don't feel it's a problem. Like if it's still creative. Like you're still using your brain to like fire off in different ways for creativity.
Yeah, I love just doing creative shit. But the I think what I meant by that was I just hope I don't go through this again with my music. Because like I said, I'm producing again. And like I just hope I don't check out the way I have in the past. We had a studio 12, 14 years ago.
Yeah.
In downtown.
Maybe more than that. Yeah.
More than that.
I think, but creative outlets is what we all need. Even if it's not around this. Like I actually watch.
But I just want to stick to this one.
I watch his latte art. And I get pumped. I was like, I started like looking up the different machines and this and that. And I was like, damn, I don't know if I want to spend that. And then I ended up buying an espresso Breville, the little mini one. It's like $150 and it makes me a little espresso and I'm happy. And I just watch your videos. But you inspired me at one point. I was like, damn, like, do I want to get into this?
The tattooing, he did that with Kai because his machine was like $5,000.
Yeah, it's great. Exactly.
And it's like me and
what's your creative outlet? Do you have another one? Or it could be, do you do anything else outside of DJing?
No, just DJing.
Just DJing, but that's good.
You're
that's
boring,
like
bro.
It's what fuels you.
Oh, just kidding.
Because I mean, we've been doing it a lot longer. We've been DJing a lot longer. Like I don't know exactly. My creative outlet right now is back in the studio and working on other music that doesn't even fit my sets that I'm playing in the rooms I'm in right now. So it's like, oh, at least it's firing off my brain.
Would you ever? Do you think it's good to have it as your side project, or do you think it would go further and move faster if you committed to it full time and said, hey, and I'll tell you why I say that. Because A, there's a lot of DJs that like I'm realizing they've rebranded full on. Mal P being one of them.
Yeah.
I was like watching the interview and it's just like, and he's talking about his big room era and like Maurice West, and I was like, wait, what? And then I go and look up Maurice West, and he got like good numbers on Spotify. I was like, he had a career, and he just said, you know, it wasn't fitting his sound.
Yeah. They tend to rebrand in the same lane though, in the same genre of house music, right?
No, okay, so I'll tell you
I'm
I'll tell you someone that
open
didn't.
Format.
I'll give. I don't even know if shout out to Spider. Spider, actually, I sent them a video clip. Spider had Dombresky.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And he was talking about back in France. He was a hip hop DJ.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Like literally made me think of like us, like had full on, on the radio, blah, blah, blah. And then like he just, I don't think he ever mentioned what his DJ name was as a hip hop DJ.
But he changed the name.
But he said the best thing that I could have ever done in my life is change my name.
Yeah.
And like he goes, it was a fresh start. Everyone knew me from this. They don't know who the hell this person is, and I was able to put out music, and like and he completely killed off. It wasn't like 50-50.
Mine's not like
That's
that.
what I'm asking, because I'm kind of going through that in my head too, you know. He completely killed it off because it's like, all right, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
And he's like, I want to do this, and
I know my answer.
Obviously worked really well, but then he's doing that again with a 50-50
project,
which is his disco. Is it Disco Don?
Disco, yeah, some of that. Wow. But a lot of have that, like
Disco Don or Don Disco.
A lot of people have in that house world have aliases. You know, like Eric Prydz has Prida, and like even like what Guetta has Jack Back. You know, and he has Future Rave, and like
was Clockwork.
Yeah, like they all have like is it Oliver Heldens has High Low, I think. Am I right with that? Like he has a techno project or something like that. But like in the world we're in, like we're also in the biggest market in the world as far as like the United States of like gigs in Vegas and Miami and New York and all that. So like for me to just step away from everything I have, I like playing what I play still. I just want to have something else. Rappers want to be ballers and ballers want to be rappers, right? I want the other lane of stuff. And I can say this, and maybe even you, like if it resonates, now that you work on a creative project outside of your lane you're playing, you actually enjoy what you're playing more. I actually enjoy playing my open format sets even more
Starship?
now. Starships. I actually can say I've never played that song.
I actually love playing that.
Great
I
song.
know you do.
No, yeah, I play it because of Five. It works. I love playing open format rooms. Like if you get a really good open format room,
you get that good sing along crowd and like the kids that love like the throwbacks and shit. Like it's the funnest room.
Let's talk
even
about that.
Bouncing genres like tempos, like that's the best shit
What's
ever.
the year though? What's the year break? Because like 2000 now on that, but it's old. Like you can't like. Is it 2013 to 2024?
It's just random, man. Like now it's like Andre Nicotina's big again. You know, fucking a random Afro Man record that's big.
What?
Why did you bring that up? Someone requested that in Chicago.
Oh, which one? Colt 45.
They just said, "Do you have Afro Man?" And I was like,
"So there's an Afro Man song. It's a big college song. It's called."
Okay, and I was like, I thought it was because I got high.
It's like a 90. No. It's a 90 BPM record. We've talked about this on the other pod.
What is that? No, I don't even know that.
It's called Colt 45.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, dude, it's huge.
Okay, that's what they were talking about. I thought
it's called Crazy Rap.
And is it a Chicago record?
I heard what's it called? Two friends would play it. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And like the people I was with, like they're like,
this is what's hard, bro. You keep up with all if I said play Afro Man, what would you think?
Because I got
high. But no, it's Crazy Rap.
I would think you were high.
It's not the same person.
I think you were high. Requesting
it's the same guy.
Yeah,
same album. Guy. It's off that album.
Oh, it's off the same album.
From what? What year was it? 1991?
How did it go?
Or 2001?
TikTok?
Probably TikTok.
Do you know that song?
Oh, dude, Andre Nicotina's huge again.
Oh my god,
what's that?
Andre Nicotina.
But these songs come and go too, right?
What?
Like you go for like a week and then you're like done. Like you have to like
yayo for a yayo. You know that song?
No.
It was a big Santa Barbara record.
Like, no. What is that?
You heard that?
Andre
Really?
Nicotina.
No?
Play it if I hear it.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
Let's
No,
see.
it's
Play
a-
it,
it's
play
a-
it, play it.
another
Snippet,
big
snippet.
song.
I like that we've stopped the podcast to hear Afro Man.
No, I want to hear
No,
the
yeah,
Andre
yeah.
Nicotina.
Oh, the
whatever.
Andre. Okay. I was like,
Bro, this is a big song. Someone just did a remix for it too. Hold on.
oh my god.
Never heard it.
Crazy shit was
What year is that from?
fuck. It's got to be in the 2000s.
2000s, yeah.
But I was in Santa Barbara. This was like over like 15 years ago.
Back at Tonic?
No, I did a graduation party. Bunch of high school kids. Sarah went with me. Sarah the J.
Yeah.
She drove me up there, and the kids wanted to hear Andre Nicotina. I didn't have it, so we we had to find Wi-Fi at the time and download it. But it was crazy.
Damn.
And this song came back around.
Good question. You didn't have the song. Another pivot is we're all on Recordbox now.
Yeah.
Ooh,
We were all on Recordbox before this podcast, and I was showing you how I use it. You use it differently. You use it
Yeah.
differently. Are you on Recordbox?
No.
No
Serato.
Recordbox.
No Serato.
Ever is transitioning little by little now, and I was like, yeah, I don't even take my laptop to the gigs anymore. He goes, what if the manager wants to hear the Rocky theme song? I said, I would love to tell him I don't have it. Like, it's like, what are you gonna do?
but-
that's the best part about it.
telling them you don't have it. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal because
No.
I've done that.
I don't have it.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
I'm over 3 years now on Recordbox, and I don't ever bring a laptop. But the A9 has a Bluetooth
Yeah,
channel
yeah.
if you have the Pioneer A9, which not every venue has.
I don't even know
but
how you connected that because I've been trying this whole time because we've had it for a
It's just
while.
connected. We tried it before. Yeah.
But yeah, I never got to connect it. Like
Yeah.
it won't connect for me.
Maybe in a club it doesn't work. I hope no one knows that. But that has it. But overall, like I'm not. I guess I am done with Serato. I haven't been using Serato in a while.
Yeah. I use Serato here, but like also I do have a flash drive with like random shit like
Okay.
bottle prezzo from like the old Serato crates. I have it in my bag,
Gotcha.
just in case. But like if someone like a security is asking for King Von album cut, like I'm like, I don't,
You don't
have it.
have it,
dog.
yeah.
Like
I also the other day. So I've been. So another trick I did was when I did switch over to Recordbox. There's a good tip that someone gave me. I forgot who gave it to me, but it was I had my Serato and I went through history for the last 2 years of only the songs I played in history from 2 years,
and you just
and I put that in Recordbox,
ooh.
and then I made new crates out of a history of the last 2 years.
Damn, that's
So
dedication.
because I was like, that was when I started. It was I think it was like during the pandemic, like
Yeah,
right
it
at the
was.
end of the pandemic or something like that. I was like,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
let me just start doing this. But I was like, if I haven't played a song in 2 years, I probably don't need it, right?
Yeah.
And if I do, I'll remember, oh, I got to add that song into Recordbox. So I've been doing that. And then little by little, my Recordbox USB started getting really filled up. And I was like, damn, this is a mess. And just this past weekend, I did a gig where I was like, I'm only going to put 3 crates of music
Damn.
on this drive and only DJ with that. Like, that's it. I'm not going to even give myself like 64 gigs of music, even into the record.
Yeah.
And I did it. And I actually loved the way I had to think and the way I had to play because I was limited down.
Yeah.
It was like going to gigs back in the day with a crate of records, right?
Yeah.
You have 2 crates of records. You're like, that's all I could play. Some you have doubles, some you have singles. And you're like, oh, I don't have doubles of that
some
song.
compilations.
Some compilations, yeah.
Couple Lethal Weapons
Yeah,
here and
Lethal
there.
Weapons. Like, so it shifted everything. So it's like, and doing those things, those moments of DJing, it made me DJ differently again. And I was like, oh, this is fun. Like, I don't have, I remember I searched something, I was like, oh, I don't have it.
No,
All right.
even in the 1 year I've been on the USBs, it's like fun. Like it's been so much fun. Like so fun. Like every single gig, even in the whole year, I like leave the gig with like changes,
Yeah.
things to add,
Yeah.
things to take out of my playlist, make a sub crate, something.
Makes you be more organized. You practice more because
You're committed to the songs you're playing.
yeah.
Like,
Like,
even
you're
today,
more
I'm
committed.
so fucking happy. I'm not even gonna be able to sleep tonight because you taught me how to grid transitions.
Yeah. Yeah, the transitions
That's
were
so
off.
exciting. Like now, I'm like, God damn, bro.
Now I can grid
You
'em
think
and
if we were
loop 'em.
still on Serato, I wouldn't care.
Have you tried Recordbox or not at all?
I've tried it for 1 year and I switched up to Serato again.
Serato.
Because Stem was
Stems came out
Yeah,
right when I
Stems,
stopped.
Yeah.
Do you
So that's
use
a-
Stems?
Mm-hmm.
So that's
so good.
Yeah,
Stem's a
Stems is
game
amazing.
changer, man.
So
Like,
that's one of the things that people are saying now that they're like, oh man,
It has
I get
to
on
come next,
USBs.
though. Yeah, it's gonna be
but-
next
It's gonna
for sure.
come.
But I love Stems, and I'm like, yeah.
The opening DJ at my gig this past weekend, one of the gigs I was at, I remember he was on Serato and we're on the A9 mixer, and I put my USBs in because I was about to go on after him, and I plugged my headphones in because he was playing his last song, and I picked channel 4 and it went to acapella, and I was like, what just happened? He's like, oh, and he hit it again. He's like, I MIDI mapped the A9 to Stems acapella on the button on channel 4 because he DJs on 2 and 3. Does that make sense, right? 2 and 3 as a Serato DJ in the middle of a Pioneer mixer. So he MIDI mapped the Q button on 4, channel 4 to be the. Have you seen it done?
No, yet.
You can do that. Does it make sense or not?
No, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, so he was doing. So while he was DJing, I was like, "What are you doing?" I go, "Play one more." And then he played, and he was using stems off the A9, because you could. I think you could do it on the what's the S11. You guys that some people use that can do
Yeah,
it, right?
that
but
does it.
on the A9, you can MIDI map stuff as well.
You could suppose you could do it on the 3000s now, right? Yeah, think
I don't know.
You can use the Q points.
You know what
Try
else
that
I just got? Is if whenever we get into the tech side of things, I just got the Omnis Duo. Do you know what that is?
Yeah,
It's the battery
the
powered,
portable one.
Yeah.
the portable
I
one.
saw
It
you
has
posted that, yeah.
5 hours battery power. I took it to the beach, and I said I just put in-ears in.
Does it have a speaker? No.
No, you can go Bluetooth to a Bluetooth speaker,
Okay.
but there's there's gonna be a slight delay.
Okay.
But if you get the alpha theta speakers, there's no delay.
That's how they get you.
It has it has a little link.
That's how they get
But
you.
I brought a little headphone jack out of the Omnis Duo to the Bluetooth speaker I had, and then there's no delay. But I took it to the beach and literally I wasn't there for 5 hours, but I did like an hour mix and just chilling there.
Damn, that's dope.
And it's on my SoundCloud on my alias. Go find it.
Nice. Put it on YouTube. You film it.
Yeah. Whole different thing.
Nice.
You did?
Wait, what?
You filmed it on
filmed
YouTube?
it?
Oh no, I didn't film it. No, I recorded the mix, but I didn't film it. No.
Hot.
I'm not ready yet.
Could have done that at the house. Why the hell are you going to the beach?
I like it, bro.
You got to do that to film, bro.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
I know,
Yeah.
Video on the beach would be total vibe.
I also only was able. I was gonna ask you this because both of you guys still drink a little bit. The only reason I
little
was
bit.
comfortable a little bit. The only reason I was comfortable switching to Recordbox because I stopped drinking. That's when I switched because I've been on no alcohol 3 years, but I was comfortable because I was like, okay, I can focus.
Yeah.
Isn't it a little more difficult? Because I remember on my drinking days, and you have to find a song.
I had a
or-
lot of drink this past weekend, and I was on USBs, and it was great.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah,
It's
you're
fine.
still-
It's
yeah.
honestly,
I was nervous. That's why I was like, I'm gonna wait till.
Because I'm not trying to do too much when I'm on sticks, man. I'm just play, and I have cue points here and there, whatever.
and it's also the same thing. It's kind of just it's like doing it with your eyes closed after a while.
Okay.
It's the same way
Same
with the
thing. When we were
same thing.
Blacked out.
The way you were thinking then about that is the same way we thought about getting a laptop after records.
Okay.
You're I don't know about that.
Yeah. Doing too. You're not doing too much on looping and doing all that crazy stuff like that.
No.
No,
I mean,
no.
I loop. Yeah, of course.
But you're
but
not
like crazy acapella and
No,
things
no,
like
no.
that. No chance.
That's a good question too. Does that matter? All those videos we see that are damn, I wish I knew I could do that, or I wish I
It's
came
good
up with
for
that.
it's good for content for reels and shit. I mean, I see a lot of DJs
Like James
book-
Hype, right?
No, I'm talking about
I'm
more
talking
the day parties that we see in these dope sets.
But even there's DJs who are just does wacky weird mashups with stems that changed their whole lives because there's kids who are actually getting booked now for gigs off that.
and there's a scene for that.
Yeah, there's a whole scene for it because they just and it's just shit we've been doing for years. And it's just wow, it's just the another whole younger generation doing it, and it's brand new to them.
Yeah.
And yeah, the one guy I'm talking about, he did it on April 1st as a joke, I think. That's my theory, and now he's just playing everywhere.
Wow.
It's this Asian kid. He just played in LA last week. Yeah.
And even DJs that you see on Instagram, they're doing just mashups. And
Yeah,
they're,
basically,
crazy blowing up. But then does that get you gigs too?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This kid's blown up.
Yeah.
You know?
It's kind of like, get it.
You just gotta parlay into something else.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Start producing for
wherever you
reals.
can.
Yeah.
Any questions you guys have for me?
Are you gonna keep that alias a secret forever, or do you think eventually, if people find like the marshmallow thing, right?
Yeah.
Like people know for the most part. Like I don't think he ever says it, but everyone knows.
Yeah.
And like, I think it's
No, I think I'm not gonna go out wearing a mask or anything like that. I just
right.
I want. I think I know what I want with the music that I'm putting out. Like I want to get booked for that because someone reaches out and like, we want you to play because we really like this music, not because they know I'm Vice.
Right.
Not because it's like, oh, it's Vice, let's get them in. Like,
But aren't those relationships important though?
For sure. Yeah, but I actually like, I want to do it for once where it's like, it's just, I'm getting, because we got booked. Look, all the relationships we're in and the place we're playing, we got booked because of our skills. That's where it started.
Yeah.
We had no, it was, and these are long-term relationships we have across the board, across the country. These are all relationships that we have, right? So like, this is building all new relationships in that world. Like, I can't wait to get a DM in that account, and it's like, hey, we want you to play in this random country, you know, that I've never heard of, or hey, like, there's a spot in New York that I've never heard of, but that plays this lane of music. It's house music, but it's like that this lane plays. You know what I mean? Like, that's what
there's so many rooms for that. Like,
there's so many rooms for that lane, and it doesn't, and it's no one that is in the lane that we're doing. So it's like, I like that. I'm like,
I always think about that. I'm like, man, like, let's say I just go hard on this certain sound in house music, right? And like, I just want to rebrand, start fresh, and say like it blows up. This is me manifesting.
yeah.
And then I get booked at Marquee, and then everyone's like, "The fuck,
Play
Eric
hip-hop."
Dlux? Eric Dlux is here tonight?"
Yeah.
No, it's insert new name here.
Yeah.
But like,
What? I
I
thought we
always
booked
just think about that. Like,
Torre.
how weird? Yeah, how weird would that be?
Yeah.
It's just like, what the fuck? This is you?
The funny thing is, like,
It's just like a funny
we've
thought.
all been playing all types of music our whole career. Like, you played hard house music. You played house music.
Shout out
Like,
Mark V, Poogie Bear.
yeah, we've all been playing all this type of music. It's just like, it's cycles, right? It's like going through what fits us in the moment, and this is like what fits you, and you play what fits you, and it's like, I think that's like the goal of it, right? Like I think even if we were doing that and you're playing that constantly over and over, you could hit a spot where you're like, man, I want to go play hip hop. You know what I mean? And you're like, I could have that now.
Yeah.
You can go and play that over here. You can go do that over here. That's like the goal of it. It's
Is there a good example of someone that had careers like that? Because I know there was like R.L. Grime, right? And then he had a house name, which was Clockwork. I'm sure that's public knowledge.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And he was, my trap sound is R.L. Grime, and then my house sound is Clockwork, right? I think he completely just deaded the Clockwork.
yeah.
But like,
I think Snake is a great example. Like, right? He plays, his sets are open format.
No,
Still,
but
right?
he's just Snake though. But my point is, there a good example of someone that's rocking two names still,
Nah, I don't think so.
like an open format world, and then like a
I don't-
different genre world? No, right?
Not that I could think of. No, because I mean,
There's
Diplo plays
gotta be
everything, but he
someone.
just uses his name. He plays everything,
Yeah.
right? Diplo can play any type of set, like country to
Yeah.
Oh,
it.
well, he does do different names though.
yeah, it's like a Thomas Wesley. But I mean,
and then
like,
he'll be
the country.
and then Major Lazer is like a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
right. But it's all kind of like under that same brand. Yeah, you can play a Major Lazer set and play a Diplo set, and it's kind of completely different.
I'm trying to think who.
But yeah, I think
else.
this, like going back to what we said earlier. It's just that's the fun part about all this. You just got to keep figuring it out. There's no
Yeah, there's no rules.
There's no rules. There's no game plan. There's no
Yeah,
nothing.
there's no blueprint.
Once you think you got it there, and you're like, oh, it's working. It's like, oh, now everything's changed. I got to go this way. I got to try and work on this. Like, it's always going to be like that. I think we've all been going through this our whole career. But it's like, as long as you're pushing forward and moving forward, it's like, we're still here doing this. Like, it's a blessing. I wouldn't want to do anything else.
No, for sure.
No, I don't want to do anything else. I still enjoy DJing. I still like being in. I like being a cover band. I don't mind it.
No,
It's
being
fun,
a cover
yeah.
band is fun as fuck.
Yes, sir.
Everyone's gonna know the music.
Yeah.
Play Journey all day. That's like the biggest. That's like the one cover band song I can think of is Journey. Don't Stop Believing.
Does that song work anymore?
Yeah.
Well, it's great. I have an
amazing.
EDM edit. I'll give it to you.
Oh yeah, lace me.
Kills it. Goodchill. You got some? Did you get any motivation?
Yeah, every story is so interested for me. So
What do you think your next step is to be like your idol DJ5?
use the mic.
Okay.
Use the mic.
Yeah, every day I practice the mic when I practice my mix. But when I use a mic at the nightclub, every time when I heard my voice, I don't like it.
You just don't got it.
I love your voice.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
it.
sound
You have a
beautiful.
great voice.
As the three of us and how long we've been DJing, that's your advantage because you sound different than everybody.
Yeah.
So when we hear it, we're like, oh, what's that? Like, and they're like, oh, damn, this dude's from like,
Yeah,
this
he's from
dude's
another
Japan.
country. Yeah, that's cool.
Like,
I like
it's,
that.
yeah, it's being confident of why we're different, right? Each one of us is different. Like, and using that to your advantage. Like,
Yep.
even if the words aren't right and you say it a little wrong, it's dope because it's like, oh shit, he's trying to rock the
Yeah.
mic. Like,
I
that's
always
dope.
say
Like,
you're from Osaka. It's like, I'm Goodchill from Osaka, Japan, motherfuckers.
yeah,
Yeah, bitch.
Every set.
yeah.
Let them know.
It's an advantage. Seriously, it is because maybe other DJs that are in your position that came from Japan to the US and you've only been here 2 years? How
No,
many
I've been here
5 years.
5 years.
5 years. But let's just say 5 years as a DJ and DJing, how many of them are comfortable getting on the mic? Not many.
Not many.
So if you're the one that gets on the mic and they're like, oh yeah, I heard this DJ like and from Japan and he was on the mic and like,
Yeah.
oh shit, like you're the one that did it.
Yeah.
You're the one that stands out. You're the one that wasn't scared to do it. So it's like that's your advantage to trying it. Because then if let's just say there's 10 other good chills, but none of them use the mic, now you're the one that stands out.
Yeah, then they're bad chills.
They're bad.
You gotta be the good chill, bro. Let them be the bad chill.
Yeah.
chill.
Yo, Goodchill did a festival before Fade.
Yo, he got booked at a festival before us, bro.
I mean,
damn.
yeah.
Don't make me.
we need to get advice from him.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? How do we get on a festival?
Sensei.
We used to book festivals, but you know,
How did you get booked at a festival?
I don't know. They hit me up.
from
Yeah.
your social media, right?
I think so.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
Who's they?
Like a booker.
But you didn't know him?
I didn't know him, but he hit me up and they want me to be DJ as an open homer DJ.
At the electronic
Yeah,
festival.
yeah.
That's headlined by
Illenium
Millennium
and Tiesto.
Tiesto. Wow. So
Yeah.
you were the only open format DJ on that bill.
Yeah, only me. I was.
Did someone recommend you?
Oh yeah. One guy recommended me. That's why.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang. Yeah, see, use it to your advantage, man.
Love it.
It's look at all of us want to go to Japan. Goodchill wants to be here.
I know. I
We're
know.
all, yeah, rappers want to be ballers. Ballers want to be rappers. We always want the other spot.
Yeah, we go to your country and get on the mic, and who knows who understands us, but we're on there. I was on the mic at Zook, but I think Zook's a lot of tourists.
Yeah, it's an international club.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
international
Yeah, right?
club. So yeah,
Yeah, tourists.
A lot-
Popping.
A lot
You been?
Aussie and Chinese.
And I feel like
Singapore, a lot of Singapore.
in Japan they
the
want us
night
to
I
be
was
Yeah,
there.
Singapore,
speaking
yeah.
English on the mic, right? When we come,
Yeah,
to DJ,
they do. Yeah.
they want us to be speaking English. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't, bro. I think I'll get beat up if I go in there and speak Japanese. No,
Not beat up, but
Nah.
definitely they're gonna be like, what the fuck?
like would they think I'm mocking?
No. Maki?
I have
like I'm
like
trying to
Like making
imitate them.
fun?
what's my
Yeah, I think. So.
psycho? And that's like it's lit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were
Psycho?
like, and I could tell they like no one cared that I said that. Psycho,
Psycho.
psycho.
It's like
means
amazing.
it's like-
Is there like a
lit.
word in
And no one
Japan
cared.
where you
But
can
no-
say like a
They're
Japanese
like,
word
why
you
is
can
he
say on the
saying
mic that make people go crazy?
Let me see.
yeah, of course. Yeah.
What's a good word?
I know what a good word is. Haraheta.
It's I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
yeah.
I'm hungry, bro. I
No,
know-
yeah. In Hawaii, you got
Isn't
hit
this
with
fourth
the
meal? Isn't this fourth meal?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Haraheta.
Oh shit.
Fourth
And-
meal and damn, I actually just had a fourth meal in Vegas. I had Korean barbecue at like 5 a.m.
Yo, that's like fucking good old
The
days.
old me is back.
I had an in and out at midnight last night. Is that bad? I had an animal style.
That's
animal
That's
style.
a fourth meal. That's a midnight snack.
Yeah.
Double protein. But
Anything after dinner is like
lettuce
fourth
wrapped
meal.
with grilled onion wrapped. You ever had that?
Oh, that's the Dutch. Is that the Dutchman?
Flying Dutchman or
But
something?
with
Yeah,
lettuce.
yeah.
So you like did a double.
Yeah.
Flying Dutchman, but also lettuce wrap.
Yeah.
Because usually the Flying Dutchman is just onions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like
but
the
I lettuce
onions are
wrapped
like
it.
the bun,
so
right? It's
good.
2 onions.
Yeah,
So
try
good.
that, man.
That's how you should. That's when we're on the fourth meal. We gotta talk about what we're gonna eat. Have you been eating after clubs? I don't ever eat after clubs.
No, scratchy, mandatory. Like, not even, it doesn't even, it's not even a second thought. Like, it's just like, oh, of course I'm going to eat. Like, it's just like automatic.
Cosmo, Henry's, short rib, whatever, Benedict.
But it's and the only reason I don't is that when I stop drinking, I don't eat at night after like gigs. Do you notice that? If you don't drink, that you're like, do you go eat still?
I don't
No, hell no.
I don't eat.
Yeah, the times you don't drink, you're like, oh, I'm not gonna eat.
Yeah. But I'm also not out if I'm not drinking.
Yeah.
That just means I'm home.
I'm still down for the fourth meals if it's worth it. If it's a
If like you exactly like in Japan and Korea, let's go.
Mandatory.
Let's go eat.
Yeah.
you go to afters? You go to any afters or not? Do you go to
Not afters,
Nah.
but like
in Japan?
like food is afters.
Huh?
is
In
what I
Japan
mean.
or just anywhere?
anywhere? Like, do you ever go to after hours? Like they're called afters now.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
not
it's
after. Do you ever
afters.
go to, like-
Not in a while, but like
I feel like that's more popping for DJs than clubs.
yeah,
Like then like
that's where they go and
I
connect.
think it's like
and,
a day
yeah.
party and afters.
Yeah.
It's like there's no in the middle now.
Yeah.
It's like we want to go to a day party. Yeah, I'll do the day party. Want to go to like 11 till 2 a.m. We're like nah. You're like
Yeah.
want to go to afters? Yeah. Like there's like two different worlds.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Would you rather
Afters
go
are for
day
the
party
kids.
or afters?
Day party for me.
Day
man.
party for sure.
because I want to go to bed after.
I'd rather just go to a nightclub. I'm
Yeah?
not down with day parties and I'm not down with afters.
You like that the middle pocket?
Yeah, I like I want to be in bed by like
3?
3.
Yeah.
I want to day drink, eat glizzies, maybe eat after the pool, and then go to bed.
And call it a night.
Call it a night.
Yeah, I'm with that. I don't know.
But I definitely would prefer a day versus afters.
Do you like-
Afters is just
Does Rhino
just
consider
fucking-
afters?
Yeah, hell yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's an afters.
That's
an
just-
afters.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, that's just crazy. That's just crazy.
Now at our age, right? Before it was just like Scratchy's meals. It's just automatic. Like where are we going?
Rhino.
They do this to you when you're off the camera, huh? Yeah. Oh, when you're on
Yeah,
the camera
yeah.
too. All right.
No, he said I got this from him. He says it. It's automatic.
That's it. That's it.
Automatic.
Oh,
Mando.
did we cover every base?
I think
Every
so.
meal?
Yeah. Ironically, we have one meal a day.
Oh,
we
yeah.
fasting.
Yeah.
I just saw Dash actually. Shout out Dash.
Really? I haven't
Um,
seen Dash in a minute.
Scratchy, we're talking to him about fasting, and he said he fasts
48
for
hours.
18 hours.
Oh, man.
Well, daily. I think he'll do the 48 like
Yeah.
maybe once a month,
Yeah.
but he'll do 18 hours a
Ooh.
day. But he also like my man was
Yeah.
like swole, bro. Like
Yeah, no,
like
no.
not swole like meathead swole. He was like
He's ripped. Like, he's good.
ripped.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
just run. You
Super
still
lean,
run?
like mean and
Still
lean.
a little injured, but I walk a couple miles every
Which is
morning.
still good.
But damn, man, girlfriend life is tough, man. Cause
Relationship weight.
yeah, she's everything. And like
Got
she'll be like, oh man, let's go get a burger, and she'll have a bite.
And then you have to finish it.
And I'm like, fuck,
The
I'm not
cleanup
gonna waste
meal?
this fucking burger.
Yeah, I'm not gonna throw away
10
this
p.m.
$18
it's like, oh.
burger.
10 p.m. I'm
No
craving
marathon
tacos.
life?
Not right now. I did. I still do the half every year though.
Okay.
The Malibu half marathon.
Are you doing a thing?
Still mile a day.
No, obviously, but
Yeah.
I remember you. I don't know if this is supposed to be on the podcast, but you're gonna run with someone, a collab.
Oh, that's supposed to happen. It hasn't been contracted yet. So,
Okay.
but I think I'm gonna be running with some DJs. And what am I hitting? I passed 6 years on mile a day.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
So still running that every day.
Haven't missed a day, huh?
Not ever.
That's crazy.
Even and think about it.
At
So
this point,
3
it's
years
just-
I haven't been drinking. 3 years I was. Half of it was blacked
What if you're
out. Half of it
flying?
was not.
And you skip a day.
No, I don't because I'll run. No. If I go to Japan, then I'll run like before the flight. I ran in the Narita airport. I did my mile in the airport.
Wow.
Like, yeah, I'll
the
go to the
hell?
lounge, put my bags down, and then like walk around like I'm getting a snack and put a little plate of food there and walk around like just in, even though no one's gonna steal your bag in Japan. And then I go out, walk out of the lounge, and I ran through the Tokyo airport, then ran
Damn,
back
that is
inside the terminal
commitment.
still. And then
You
you
know-
just hold your boarding pass or your phone. So
People think you're like running to
people
your
think you're
flight.
running to your gate.
So you know which airport in the U.S. that you can run from one end to the other,
It's a mile.
back and forth as a mile?
What?
You know which one?
No.
Burbank.
Denver.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, I gotta try
Denver from one end back. I did it.
that. Is that mile?
It's a mile.
Oh wow. Yeah, join me on Mile a Day.
I'm just
'Cause I
trying to
did- I
get
did
my
that out-
Duolingo on first.
Yeah. That's I'm kind of like stuck on these like habit forming habits.
Those are good, man.
Duolingo
Those are-
every day,
Yeah.
running every day,
It's good to have
brushing
like
my
the,
teeth every
What's
day.
your morning?
routines.
So what's your morning routine?
When I'm in like a routine, I have
Like-
bulletproof coffee every morning.
Nice.
So I make
that's the
I
butter
make-
coffee.
I make the butter coffee. Yeah, I make that, and then I don't eat till like 1:00.
Yeah, same.
So like I have bulletproof coffee in the morning, don't eat till like 1:00. And then if I'm like not traveling and touring or anything, then I'll like try and eat really clean, like just eggs
Yeah.
and like grass-fed beef. And then like at night have like a normal dinner, like
Yeah.
not over the top. So that's why I like getting in a routine, and then it all breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I try to go to bed at a decent time, like 11,
Yeah.
which
That's
is decent to
that's
us,
a great-
right?
no, that's a
like a
great-
good amount of like and getting 8 hours of sleep, I try, which I
Yeah.
end up not getting ever. So my schedule's, I mean, I think all of us, our schedule's always off. Even
Yeah,
when you're
so
home, you're
bad.
like, why did I go to bed this late?
Yeah.
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 Even some of the nights. But I also don't want to get on a schedule too consistent, because then I break it and it's harder to get out of that schedule when you start going on the road again.
Yeah.
So your schedule's off.
I feel like our bodies is like just knows when we're back on the road though, because when I come back home from like a weekend gigs, whatever, like I just go back to like going to bed at 9-10 and the
Yeah.
same shit, you know, same routine, waking up early.
You don't need
running.
recovery days if you drink.
I haven't been too ham lately, but I take a day
Yeah.
to recover. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what was slowing
You
you
just
down.
seen
It's
Eric yesterday.
hard to recover.
I still showed up. Hey, I wasn't gonna come. It was a struggle, but I literally forced myself. I said, "Nah, I gotta go," because if I didn't, I would hate myself more. But I was here, recorded Fade University. We streamed,
Yep.
went home, and went to bed. And I literally
I probably
went to
helped you
sleep.
sleep.
before,
Yeah.
yeah, went
Yeah.
to sleep before 11 p.m. Felt great.
Oh, we're both on the same channel now. I'm on Diplo's channel as well.
What?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw
shit.
that Vice
I
Airwaves.
have Vice Airwaves on there I do once a month, just like the second Wednesday of the month.
Yeah,
So
smart.
it's still, yeah.
I know,
'cause
damn
I did BPM for like, I don't know,
Oh, yeah.
8 years.
Yeah.
And it was every
What?
Saturday.
What's your time slot?
9 p.m. Eastern, so 6 p.m. Pacific on Wednesdays.
Yeah. Oh,
second Wednesday of the month. I like that it's once a month. That's cool.
I honestly like, yeah, fuck. Every week is kind of brutal, but it also gives us,
it keeps you on your game.
keeps us
Keeps you
1,000%
on your
like,
game.
And we
that's
always-
a good little like tip as well. Like for DJs that aren't like DJing consistently, like start a podcast.
Yeah.
And just do an hour mix.
Yeah.
Like once a week, but like commit to it, because then it keeps you up on like, oh, I gotta find new music. I want to change up my
Yeah,
mix.
yeah,
I want
yeah.
to change up this. Like,
And now, like I love it more than ever. Like I'm more committed to the show, like
because you're playing some of your music.
because we get to test out our
Yeah.
remixes.
Yeah.
Like we were like playing them on the show before we would release them, and almost every time I would hear like changes. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's always gonna happen.
Yeah.
Even once you release them, you're like, fuck.
Oh, you're
You're gonna hear something
never
that
change.
you could have.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like a level or take the hats off
Yeah.
here. I don't know, something. But yeah, it's fun now. Get to test stuff out.
Like they're
Yeah.
testing it outside right now.
Yeah, like
Music?
someone's got their fucking.
Damn. Bumping, huh? Jeez. Yeah. So yeah, we're on the same channel now. So I'm
Nice.
pumped about that. I like
Nice.
that.
Should do a
That's like.
collab.
It
Shout out
keeps-
to Eric Hamilton.
Yeah.
What up, E?
You guys are what day? Wednesdays.
Every Tuesday night.
Every Tuesday,
Tuesdays.
8
All right.
p.m.
Tuesdays and
PDT.
Wednesdays. We got it covered. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
every
yeah,
Tuesday.
that. I think we're all still in Vegas together, pretty much.
Yeah,
Still
still doing it.
Marquee. I played Omnia.
Where are you at next?
Ooh, we should go. When's Omnia?
No, I played Omnia, and I was
Oh,
pumped to
yeah.
finally play that room. That was
Oh, you showed up late night.
yeah, you
When
guys
Miles
showed up.
Medina, yeah. That was
Yeah.
your first time?
No, I played like 3 times now.
Well,
That
when
was-
we went, that was not your first.
no,
though,
that
right?
wasn't my
Okay.
first one. I think, but like, it's yeah. I don't know when my next Vegas date is. Good question. It's coming up soon.
Omnia's a good room though. We used to
Yeah.
play Omnia sometimes.
Yeah,
That's a good
We
room.
played Omnia for 2 years.
That's a beast.
Well,
of a
not
room.
but main room we did it a
Yeah.
few.
Oh,
like,
main room
yeah,
a few times.
just
But we
like-
had hard
like-
Omnia. Yeah.
we did it like on like the Magic Week or some
Yeah.
things
And,
like that.
The hip hop
Yeah.
nights.
And then where else? Then I'm at 11. You have an 11 date coming up.
Yeah, I'll be there this Friday.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, my joy.
Took a break.
a
I
break.
needed to take a break.
He's
bro.
back.
Needed to take a break. I love, and I would tell people I love 11, and I love the people,
Yeah.
but the travel and the hours, because it's an afters,
Yeah.
got to me. That
Yeah.
shit was pretty
Yeah.
rough. So at the time,
a-
it was like
yeah.
had way more gigs, and it was like it was like fucking with me. But now I was like, I feel like I'm ready to go back. I feel refreshed.
Yeah.
To refresh,
You're
charge
not like
back up.
just-
And dude, real shit. Just being on the USBs and
It's
like
fun again. Like,
it's has me excited because I never played there on
Yeah.
the USB. It's just like it just changes
Yeah.
everything, the whole setup. Because I was the only one in there on a laptop.
Yeah.
Because the openers wouldn't be, you know.
Yeah. I would
So-
tell everyone, like, even if you're just on Serato, like, learn Recordbox, throw stuff on a USB, have it, and just keep that record that with you, because you never know if you're at a situation.
Yeah.
And it happened to me a lot of times.
Yeah.
I remember this is before I got on Recordbox. I was still in Serato, and I was at this gig, this like Super Bowl party way back, and Loud Luxury was on, and they're like, "Jump on with us, get on," and I was like, "Oh, I'm not on Recordbox, right?"
Yeah, let me get my
And
laptop
they were
in the
like,
room.
they were like, "Just play one with us," and I was like, "All right," and I got up and I literally just scratched, and then everyone's like, "What?"
Ironically, they showed up to one of our sets
Yeah.
and they started scratching.
Yeah.
What was that, Hakasa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something
Shit,
like
forgot
that.
about
Or
that,
Jewel,
yeah.
or Jewel. It was that Jewel.
But it
Long
was
time
funny
ago.
because it was just like kind of like what I said about the microphone. It was like, well, this is my skill that
Yeah.
others don't have right here.
I have a different situation in that same world. I was at 11 a few years ago, pre-pandemic, and it was Art Basel, busiest week
Yeah.
in Miami. Everyone's there, bro. Fuck, you name it, they're there. I'm DJing. Diplo shows up. He just looks at me, and he shows me his USB. He goes, "Should I get on?"
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, get on." And I was like, "Damn, like, how tight is that?" I was like, "Fuck,
Yeah.
here I am." Like, imagine me showing up with my backpack. Hey,
like,
should I get on?
Should I get on? And you were still on your Serato, so you had to go switch over to the lines and do that.
Yeah, he just plugged in and
Yeah, and
it
went
was
up
easy,
that.
but I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. He just got on and started
especially
rocking.
if you're like an open format DJ and you're only Serato and you have that USB and you go to a party and that DJ sucks. Like, think if you go somewhere and they're rocking on like and you don't have your laptop, of course, right? But like you have the chance to get on and you're able to just get on with that and you rip it, like, because everyone's like, oh damn, like you never know what happens, like
Yeah.
that. You just either save the party or you might have got a new gig, a gig out of it, or someone, or your friends are like, get on. You're like, oh, and the DJ lets you get on, and you're able to just start rocking that party.
But also, let's not let it get out of hand.
Yeah.
You get the,
Oh my
imagine
God,
like
can you
the annoying
imagine?
DJ pulls up to your set at Marqueers or fucking Omnia and shows you the USB.
You're like, yo,
nah, bro.
man, like, you're not,
Let's slow down.
Yeah, someone, yeah,
pulling
someone,
up like, hey, this
I
ain't
know
it, dog.
that's happened to me.
I know
many times.
someone
You're
that's
like,
done
let me
that
get
to
on,
me.
let me get
And
on.
I'm like, bro,
and I was
chill.
like, I don't even know you. Hold on. They're like, let me get on. Let me
Yeah,
get
I
on.
did that in Japan though.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah,
I just did a club and then the booker was with me and he was like, I was like, looked at him, I was like, yo, can I? He was like, yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
fun. It was
Yeah,
like
that's-
I just happened to have like backpack, funk shit on it. That's all
Yeah.
I play.
Yeah, I'm
fun.
constantly organizing crates in Recordbox now.
Oh, yeah,
more than I
always.
was on Serato.
Always.
Serato was just dragging. Now I'm like, oh wait, I want to make a smaller crate.
Yeah.
I want to make this crate. I want to.
I have tech house
yeah, my
like
shit-
324 or 410. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck.
I want to
Less
see how
bounce,
I want
high
to see how
bounce.
you organize your house because like
Nah.
I'm having I'm having a hard time with house music, bro.
Yeah,
like
it's-
I'm listening to songs and I'm like, is
Yeah,
this
I have a
tech
lot of
house? Is this-
subgenres. I have a lot of subgenres.
No, but I'm saying like how to even define certain songs to a genre is tough, and you know that, right?
Yeah.
Some of them are like, is this tech? Is this deep house? Is this bass house? Is it like
Is
what
this
is
melodic
it?
house? Is this Afro house? Is this
Right? It's tough.
Yeah.
So
and now like drum and bass is coming back in some
Drum and
little
bass is coming
ways that you
back,
can
yeah.
drop, like especially with like Fred again shit and like there's which
Didn't,
is dope because
John Summit kind of like, doesn't his record like transition into like
yeah. I think also just one more thing. I think that also maybe it's just me or something like that. Sometimes I doubt the crowd knows as much as they do, and they actually do.
Yeah.
Sometimes I doubt, like, and I'll be like, oh, let me just keep it a little bit more like dance floor friendly,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
mainstream a little
and then
bit.
if I push it and I go a little like in like, I'm just gonna make up like a what's that, ba-da-dum, 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 and I'm like, and you're like, let me play that, and they're like, oh shit, they know it.
Yeah.
You're like, not like. A lot of people are consuming a lot of music now.
Oh, yeah, they
So I
know,
think
they know.
back to where we were in an era where it's like, don't take chances. Like I think there was an era where we weren't taking chances on records. I think we're back at a point now
And
where
that's
you
like-
can take chances.
There's
Yeah.
like a new style of open format now where like you're going up and down constantly. Like you're going like 125, 60, up and down. Like, this kid.
How do you do that? Just half times?
Honestly, just fucking throw shit in a crate and just play.
And just this past weekend, I was playing certain songs that are maybe like 124.
Yeah.
I was playing them at 135. I didn't
Yeah.
care. Like I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna play this fast. Like,
Yeah.
and it just worked. And I was like, there was
the 135 tempo is popping.
Yeah,
right
but
now.
there were certain
Yeah.
songs I wanted to play
Yeah.
that aren't that tempo, but they can work in that
Yeah.
tempo. And I was like, the old me was like, you're not supposed to do that. You're
Yeah,
not supposed
yeah,
to play a
yeah.
124.
I ain't afraid of no speeding ticket.
Yeah. So I was like, put the cape on it, and we're like, let's go, let's fly, like, and it worked.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think anyone cares.
No,
No
no
one
one
knows.
cares.
It's just you in your head, like,
Yeah.
oh, I shouldn't play it at this
Yeah.
speed.
Some people
Some
do.
songs you shouldn't play that
some,
fast.
Yeah, some songs you shouldn't, and some people do. Like, there's always
Yeah.
gonna be purists, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I
damn.
get it.
I remember.
get
I think you told me that. Like, so a house guy was like, "Why do all you open format DJs play house so fast?"
Yeah.
it was a long time ago. I
it.
remember that.
Yeah. It's true because there was like we were playing stuff super fast, like faster than if it was a 124, we were playing it at 130 or something like that, and it sounded weird because it was like now it doesn't matter. Like everything's all over the place now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Dash Berlin was at Marquee one time, and this is when I was still on turntables.
Yeah.
Like still before I went to CDJs, early 2010, whatever the year this was. And I remember that he came up and I'm playing like, and he's just like blown away. He goes, I can't believe you're still on records. And I'm like, well, I'm technically not on records, but he showed up like at the end of the night with his vinyl signed. I was like, where did you even get this from? Like, I don't even know how
You have it still somewhere?
Yeah, we should put it up.
I
We're
do
gonna
have
put
it.
it up. I hope
have it.
on the next pod it's gonna.
Yeah,
be up
no,
here.
no, I have it.
Shouts to Dash Berlin.
I have it.
Let's
I have
go.
a Dash Berlin.
That's yeah. And Snake is still on it. Snake's still on turntables.
Still,
Yeah.
that's crazy to me.
Still on turntables.
There's certain gigs I see him use the CDJs. but-
Really?
Yeah, but
Oh, wow,
I think
yeah.
I saw one.
I want to say that just this past Coachella, he did CDJs.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh,
Coachella.
wow. Wow. Yeah.
That might have been probably
Coachella probably said, "Nah, fam,
Yeah.
that's
Like-
ridiculous."
them shit's gonna fly off, dog.
yeah, those are gonna fly off, and they don't.
Nah,
they-
fam. That's ridiculous.
I remember the marquee sound guy would be like, he goes, we don't own turntables. We have to rent them every
For
time you
s-
play.
Oh wow.
And I was DJing there like fucking
almost
every week.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
All right, y'all. How you feeling? We're good.
Yeah.
We hit all
I know
the.
you got to go to dinner.
I'm gonna go to dinner. I'm gonna get my third meal and then make some space for
I
fourth
actually have
meal.
dinner too. Fuck.
You do?
Yeah.
Where you going, bro?
Going to Ben Hundred's new spot, the Benjamin.
Oh, okay. It's open already?
Yeah, I'm going with Naran and
Wait, I gotta ask Sensei. When we eat, we say itadakimasu, and then when you finish the meal, what do you say, Sensei?
ごちそうさま。
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 Gochiso-sama.
What does that mean?
Gochiso-sama.
It's like thanking
Yeah.
thanking the meal, that thanking the
Thank you for a meal.
for the meal. Thank you for the meal.
Gochiso-sama.
ごちそうさま。
Itadakimasu is when you're
Itadakimasu.
Actually ごちそうさまでした。
ごちそうさごちそう
ごちそうさま
ごちそうさまですか。
でした。
Yeah, でした。
Hi.
でした。
Hi.
Or
That's Sensei right here. Goodchill, aka Sensei.
Actually, that's what we should be doing. Duolingo and speaking to Goodchill in Japanese. We're gonna screw him though.
No, I was yesterday. I was like, oh, I'm on Duolingo. I'm gonna learn Japanese. I said, let's do a challenge. See who learns. If I learn Japanese before you learn Spanish, he goes, I know Spanish.
I know Spanish, senor.
Yeah, I know Spanish, senor. Hombre.
Hombre, make that
I know
two,
Spanish, hombre.
Make that too, hombre.
Is Dlux going?
But he went to school for his Spanish.
You speak Spanish?
No, but I take a grade. I take a class.
Are you supposed to say? Sí.
Can you speak a little?
Poquito.
Hi.
More than me. Yeah, I don't speak any, dude. So damn, this is getting crazy.
Why didn't you do Spanish Duolingo?
All right, thank you for joining us on
Because I'll tell you why I asked. Because even
I've been
earlier
asked a
when I
lot.
said like my Spanish is like rusty. Like I
Yeah.
know Spanish, but it's rusty, right? So I thought about getting on Duolingo for Spanish and just doing like the advanced.
Yeah.
Just to like refresh.
just to refresh. Yeah, but it's what I'm learning is it's like very proper. What you learn on Duolingo, it's very proper.
Yeah, you're not gonna learn no mama's way.
Yeah, you're not gonna learn like
mami.
slang or like yeah. Like you wouldn't say dozo yoroshiku.
I don't say.
No, see, and that's a very formal like nice to meet you. Like,
Right.
have you ever heard someone say that?
Nah.
See, exactly. And Duolingo taught me to say dozo yoroshiku, if like nice to meet you. But I
think
said
as
it
a
one time.
foreigner, maybe it's good to be proper.
Is it? I can't go to 7-Eleven and be like
People don't say dozo. Just say yoroshiku.
yoroshiku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
See, dude, we got sent. You guys got to have another podcast, a Duolingo podcast.
Yeah, arigato gozaimasu.
Yeah. All right, man.
All right, Vice, thank you.
Vice, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Good
for
chill.
having me on the
Good
pod.
chill.
Sensei chill.
Tune in every Wednesday.
Wednesday,
6
second
p.m.
Wednesday of the month, 6
second
p.m.,
Wednesday. Yeah.
9 p.m. Eastern. Dig around for my alias
Yeah,
name.
go a little
Good luck.
scavenger hunt.
Good luck scavenger hunting for my alias name. And what else? Catch us at a venue soon, since
Yeah.
it's not a nightclub.
At a venue near you.
Yeah, catch us at a venue near you.
All right. Thank you guys for listening. Sorry it's been a while. Try to do more, but
We'll be back though.
peace. Peace.